everyone, thanks so much for joining me today on our Nature Chats video. It's really lovely to have you here today. It was absolutely soaking this morning. The rain was out and now the sun is cracking the flags, and I'm really grateful for one, that I can come and do this video and talk to you guys, but also because it just lifts the energy. The video that I'm going to do today is quite a personal video actually, and it's something that I'm continuing to learn on my own personal journey, and so I really believe that this is something that other people are going to be going through as well. So I hope that you do find this of service to you, in me opening up about my own experiences in some ways. A few years ago, when I started my journey on the self-development journey, really about teaching it to other people, when I became a coach, I was 23 years old and I wrote a blog post, and the blog post was called The Importance of Feeling. And I got such a great response from that blog post, and it made me feel really great that I had written something that had that value to so many people, because a lot of people read that post, and I really felt very great about the fact that the post had reached the people it did, the people that it needed to. And the blog post was really about, like I say, the importance of feeling. It's important to allow ourselves to open up to feelings, to express them, to feel them deeply and be okay with that, and allow ourselves to go through that process. Now, this was 5 years ago now that I wrote that blog post, and it's something that I've actually had to revisit myself personally lately, opening myself up to certain feelings. I think a lot of that for me personally was going through a time of grief in my life where I shut down emotionally a little bit, and to allow myself to kind of open up to feeling deeply again, not just thinking with my logical mind, but allowing myself to feel the way that I felt when I wrote that blog post. And the reason I share this really intimate story with you is that what I'm really getting from what I'm learning through my own experiences is that it's really important for us to us all to revisit things that we've learned in the past, for us to revisit parts of us that we may well think that we've mastered. But this life is about a journey, and it doesn't matter whether you're 15, 50 or 105, we never stop learning. And sometimes things that we did think we'd mastered, maybe we feel like we've mastered confidence, maybe we feel like we've mastered our emotions, maybe we feel like we've mastered our career or our job or something else in our life, our relationships with other people. But those things are going to continuously come up for us in a way, and continuously need our attention. And so when I wrote that blog post at 23 years old, I probably did understand my feelings and emotions a little more than the past couple of recent years. And like I say, I'm sharing that with you just to let you know that there is no judgment, that we all are working on ourselves, and that is a great thing that we can do. But just to remember that we have to also revisit things that we thought we'd learnt, because if we don't continuously kind of go back to what we've learnt, what can happen is sometimes we end up washing over things, and we don't get the full pearls of wisdom that we could get from those situations that are ultimately going to really benefit us in our lives and could actually benefit other people. You know, just think, like, all those pearls of wisdom that we gain on our life experience, on our life's journey, could actually benefit somebody else. And so that's a huge motivation, I feel, to kind of revisit and go back to things from my past that I've learned about myself, great insights I've learned about myself, but to check in once in a while and say, do I still have these insights? Have I let this slip a little bit? Am I still working on myself in the way that I could be? And again, it's not about judging ourselves or being harsh on ourselves, but in order for us to live the most fruitful life that we could live and give to ourselves and give to others fully, then I feel that we really have to be open to revisiting things. even if we really believe that we've got it nailed, go back to those things. So my kind of challenge for us all this week, myself included, is to go back to something that we thought we'd mastered in the past. So in my example, that is feeling, and just revisit it. Have we really mastered it, or could we do a little bit more work on that? Or are there any little pearls of wisdom that we kind of forgot to collect on the way? Because we can become really a lot more well-rounded and a lot more grounded and a lot more centered and safe in our own space. And we can also give a lot more. You know, we can give that value more when we get to know ourselves in that really deep and intimate way. And again, I'll reiterate, this isn't about judging ourselves. This isn't about viewing ourselves through harsh eyes. This is about loving eyes. This is about seeing ourselves through those loving eyes. When we love somebody else, we want to give to them. And so in that way, if we love ourselves, we should give ourselves the gift of revisiting things that we may need to work on, that we may gain, you know, that extra wisdom from, and that can only be a good thing, can't it? So I hope that you've really enjoyed this Nature Chats video just on revisiting things from your past, opening up to feeling, or whatever it may be that you're revisiting. I'd love to know actually. We could help each other through this process. You know, we're a collaborative team on this planet, and we should reach out for that help, support and guidance if we feel like we need it. And so thanks so much for joining me, guys, today on this really beautiful sunny day. And I hope that you can feel these vibes coming through. I'm sending you so much love. And until we speak again for our next Nature Chats video, remember that I love you lots. Alyssa.